Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below. I have a lot of content here and a lot more coming in relation to social commentary on lifestyle, fashion, personal and professional development, and the list goes on. So yes, let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
I really wanted to expand the suite of content that I have in relation to college advice, personal professional development. I know right now a lot of us are facing a lot of uncertainties in relation to economic uncertainty, in relation to the job market, in relation to just college. Like, am I gonna be able to get back onto campus and get turned?
Best friend, won't you? Won't you?
Am I gonna be able to get back into campus and meet my friends and just have the college experience that I envisioned for myself? And so I really want to be able to offer some type of way to ease that stress and give a lot of us a roadmap for how you can get that dream internship. 2020 may have been a disastrous year, but we're chasing bags. We're chasing bags this year. We're making sure that we are booked and busy.
I'm over here very booked and busy, while you bitches over here are still looking raggedy and not doing shit.
Before y'all come for me in the comments, not a professional coach, and I've never claimed to be. I am simply a rising junior at Columbia University studying sociology and business management. I've had internships in startups and media tech and the federal judiciary and law. I'm interning this summer in finance. I've really accrued a lot of knowledge over the past few recruiting cycles. But if you're looking for your little local professional advice, Martha Stewart, baby, I'm sorry I can't help you. But yeah, I think I've really attained a lot, and I really want to be able to endow some of what I've learned. So yes, let's get right into it. My biggest piece of advice, arguably the most important throughout this process, is know your worth. First and foremost, this process is incredibly grueling. It can be mentally and emotionally draining. Unfortunately, some things just don't go as planned, and we have to really understand that going into this. And this is really something that you kind of have to remember throughout life, to be honest. Like, life throws curveballs, and being adaptable is so important throughout this process and through internships and whatnot. People are really going to be looking for that. So if you have a grasp on who you are, it's going to be so helpful in having that skill. And furthermore, a lot of internships, especially nowadays, and especially now as we're seeing a lot of economic insecurity with the global pandemic and whatnot, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more internships for college students claiming that, oh my God, I'm sorry we can't pay you, but you know what we can do? You can get paid in exposure. You can get paid in experience. Listen, honey, is exposure paying your bill? Is exposure compensating us for the amount of missed time on academia, on a lot of our clubs and organizations that we're involved in? Is exposure bringing food to your table? Because the last time I checked, it's not doing that for me. So if it's not doing that for you and it's not doing that for me, why do you think you can just not pay us? A lot of companies love to be out of pocket and do that. I say, go for those paid internships. If it's not monetary payment, try to get a stipend. Try to get a travel stipend. Try to get a gift card. Try to ask your school or university or some organization that you're in to subsidize the cost, because this isn't a free experience. The next thing that's super important is doing your research. You have to start to understand the industry you're interested in, or the company that you're interested in, or the role and job function that you're interested in. It's not gonna be enough to just be like, oh, well, so-and-so and so-and-so, my friend Carice, my friend Sarah, they were like, oh yeah, I love this industry. They mentioned some good things about it, and so I decided I was interested in too, and that's why I'm here, that's why I'm applying. I'm sorry, baby, that's not gonna work. For example, if you're interested in fashion, start to understand the trend cycle. What are the general structures of these big luxury houses? What are some maybe niche brands inside of your city that are doing some monumental work and are really influencing and innovating the fashion realm? If you're in finance, start to understand, how do different governments, institutions, institutional investors, individuals, pension funds, how do all of these different facets of the financial services industry work together to create this larger industry and this larger system? And what are some roles within that industry that you think you can be really good at? Now, we understand, we're college students. Just like you can go on Google and be like, oh my God, I'm itching and burning, what do I have? You can go on Google and look up, what is the financial services industry. What is this? How does this company relate? What are the top firms in this industry? What are the different cultures surrounding this particular firm or this particular industry? How do I fit into that? What are some roles and skills that I can, see myself in this particular industry? Next thing that a lot of you will probably be daunted by, but it is networking. Okay, I already know. Y'all are probably like, oh my God, networking, I don't want to build fake relationships. I'm not fake, I don't want to build fake relationships. You're gonna have to change your perception of networking. Don't think of it as building fake and fleeting relationships. Think of it more as relationship building, and think of it as a way of life. Say you're just starting high school or college, and now you're really trying to acclimate yourself, and you meet someone that you like, and you want to ask them questions about what they're interested in, ask them about, what are their past or backgrounds, how do you want to get involved? This type of inquiry is networking. You're building a network based upon the commonalities that you have with them, and really trying to further that relationship in order to learn more about this person, learn more about the job function and role, and potentially even get an offer from that company. So really just switch that idea of networking in your head, and that can make you even more successful throughout this process. But I think there are 3 core phases of networking. 1, there's a preliminary outreach stage. You've already done your research, you understand kind of a bit more about this industry, and now you really want to get that first-hand experience and those first-hand accounts of, what is this person's experience within the firm? How do I see myself fitting in? What were some of the roadblocks that maybe you experienced that I should be privy to when I'm coming into this? And maybe some of the nuances and things that that I may need to know inside of the interview. To do outreach, you may go on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a really great way to kind of further engage within this industry and see a bunch of professionals from a variety of industries and have such a quick access point to contact them. Your school may be hosting a career event. You can go there and you can talk to different recruiters and find a list of people who's coming. These are really great ways to start to interact with people in this specific industry of interest. The second phase now is what I call act. When you're in action, the important thing is this. You want to have already done your research on this person that you're interacting with. Come in prepared. You're prepared for anything. You're always prepared. Make sure that you're asking really great questions to this person. You want to make sure that you are just being really engaging. And yeah, it's great to have questions prepared. You should have questions prepared. But it's going to be even more amazing if you can now create questions based upon what they're saying in the moment. That's going to really show that you're really engaged, you're attentive, you're really intellectually curious, and you are quick on your feet and you're adaptable. So making sure that you have those questions prepared before, but be ready to kind of make some questions based upon what is being said in the conversation at hand. Then from there, you're going to thank them. Hopefully you've had a really fruitful conversation. You've gotten their contact information. And this is a third phase, and probably the most important phase of networking. It's the follow-up. They meet so many people on a day-to-day basis. They've spoken to so many different candidates, and so many different people are interested. You need to make sure that you are memorable. Shut your mouth! Whether it's an email and you're saying thank you so much for X, Y, and Z thing, or you're, sending some sort of follow-up correspondence. You really want to make sure that you're really establishing that relationship and making sure that you are being consistent, following up, and making a name for yourself. You have to have an advocate in there. You have to have someone that understands who you are. They're so intellectually curious or adaptable. And so let's slide his application through. Let's just slide it. That's what's really going to bring you to that next step, to that interview phase, if you can really establish that meaningful connection and have someone in that company that can advocate for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have learned a lot from this. Please comment down below if you want another video more in depth about things like the resume process, how to curate a good resume. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and comment down below.